just embrace everything as a creative, whether it's at your job or a freelance gig. Like, embrace it. Like, it may be coming up and it's like, this wasn't planned, I don't know how to do this. Buckle down, build a plan, research, knock it out of the park, because you're capable of it. Hey guys, welcome back to the Back Pocket Creative. I'm Chad, and I'm thankful for you watching, listening, sharing, whatever you do to support me. I appreciate it. And so I took a week off last week, and basically mainly because if you watch the CA podcast, so that's this week coming up, the Monday podcast, so it would be episode 100, I think, on the CA podcast. You got to get a little bit of update on my life, but kind of a short Cliff Notes version is I'm now traveling for about the next 4 weeks or so, in and out of town, helping a church down in South Florida because they just needed some help with their Easter stuff and, everything coming up in this season. And if you know church world, this season can be very busy. So I'm down there kind of assisting them, helping them. And so this has been kind of hard to do because I'm also managing all the other shows, onboarding a new show, and doing a lot here. So I took a week off just to kind of chill, kind of collect my thoughts, and then also kind of get ahead on some things, just because everything happened very suddenly. So about 2 weeks ago, I didn't really know that I was going to be doing this trip or these trips, and so that's kind of got thrown on me suddenly, and so one of those things that weren't planned. And so that's one of those things that I've been learning in this season, is that so for a while I was at a point where creatively, if something wasn't planned or something wasn't laid out, I got very nervous because I felt like I wasn't ever going to be able to give my all, right? Because if I didn't know the situation, if I wasn't aware of what's going on, if I wasn't aware of all the variables and all the different, things that were going on, I felt like I was going to be a failure, or that I would come across as just not knowing things, or just I would look disoriented. And so what I've learned to do is I've learned to embrace the craziness, embrace the, I guess you can call it the creative chaos. And one of those things is like, now I'm excited when something comes up last minute. Like, I used to be very, I guess, abhorrent to it, and I just didn't like it. I'd get upset, I'd get frustrated, and I'd get very, I guess, like stoic in the sense of, all right, well, we'll just do exactly this. And I wouldn't really try to put my passion behind it and things like that, because to be honest, like, I was like, oh, well, this, the whole phrase, someone else's emergency doesn't constitute as my emergency, or that kind of whole thing. And so that's what I lived by for so long. And now what I've done is I've seen it as a challenge. I've seen it as something that I can push myself with personally. And so recently, there's been so many things that have come up creatively that aren't planned. So our church entered extended revival. So we went a week extra. And so that meant more videos, more promos, more everything. And that's on top of everything I do here at CA, everything I do with 2 other people I do remote work with that happened to be also in the middle of me traveling and helping this other church out. What I've learned to do is I've learned to say, okay, this is temporal. I'm not constantly doing this. This isn't my life. It's just 5 weeks of my life. I can grin and bear it. I can bite down and use every creative juice I have. And then, another thing me and Vinny talked about a couple of CA podcasts back is about multitasking. And it's one of those things of partitioning your time, because, I don't want to be doing a bunch of things for a bunch of different people all at once. I want to be partitioning things. So at this, time window, I'm working on this project for this company or this church, and the next thing I'm doing this thing in the next time window. I don't want to mix them. I don't want to multitask, because things will just get mixed up and jumbled, and especially the way my brain works, I just won't even be able to really process it. And so now what I've done is I've said, okay, I'm kind of going in this whole season and I'm just saying, I want to give 150% to everything. So how do I do it? So it's been a lot of time management. It's been a lot of planning on my part. And it's been a lot of late nights. I had a couple days where I didn't sleep, like 2 days back to back that I just didn't sleep. I passed out on the airplane, and the stewardess taps me as we landed and said, "Man, you snored really loud." And she's like, "I was going to wake you up, but you sounded like you needed it." And I was like, "Yep, haven't slept in 2 days," and used the airplane. I got my 2 hours of sleep, and I was good to go. Ran another 3-4 days, full steam ahead, pumping out videos every day, pumping out promos every day, doing plans, everything like that. That's been my life recently. And so one thing I want to encourage you with is just embrace everything as a creative, whether it's personal life where you got to solve things creatively, things that are crazy in your life. You're like, okay, I need to be creative on how to solve this relationship problem or this whatever. Just do it. Or if it's at your job or a freelance gig, like embrace it. Like it may be coming up and it's like, this wasn't planned. I don't know how to do this. Buckle down, build a plan, research, knock it out of the park because you're capable of it. All of us are capable of facing everything that comes at us. All of us are 100% able to attack the day, to attack the things that we're going to need to do creatively, we're going to need to do personally. We have the power. No matter what you kind of are engaging in or what you've been attacked with or what you've been involved with, you can attack the day, attack the project one step at a time, and you have the power. You can do it. You just have to buckle down. You got to harness everything you can. You got to research. You got to put the time in. You have to be the reason you succeed. You have to look inside yourself and go, what tools do I have inside me that I can make this happen, that I can basically will myself to push past all my feelings, all my craziness, and make it happen. So with all that said, that's the end of the episode, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching.